There are many cultures around the world with their own version of a changeling-type myth. In Ireland, long ago, it was believed that fairies would sometimes steal humans and in their place leave an unwanted or elderly fairy that would shapeshift to look like and replace the person that was taken. Those most at risk of being taken and replaced were babies and children, but on rare occasion the fairies might also take adult men or women too. Reasons for why they might do this could vary wildly. Some stories say they would take a human baby and replace it with their own, so that their own child might get a better upbringing from human parents. Others say that the changeling taking the human's place might be an elderly fairy nearing its life's end, wishing to see out its final days in the simple world of us humans. Some changelings were said to be fairies that were unwanted by their kind, and were forced to take human form, looking for a family that might accept them as their own. And of course, there would be the more sinister stories of jealousy and spite, that should a human disrespect or run afoul of the fairy realm, they may take and replace a child from such a person's family in revenge. You can tell if someone was replaced by a changeling, as they may be able to look like those they replaced. They rarely manage to act like them. Sudden changes in personality and behavior were said to be indicators of a changeling. In the case of replaced children, the changeling was said to be far more ill-tempered and unmannerly than a normal human child might be, and that gazing into their eyes, you could see a wisdom that seemed far beyond their young years. In the case of an elderly fairy becoming a changeling, a person or child might appear to suddenly become sickly and ill-looking, and not survive for long. To the human family of the replaced, it would have appeared as if the person or child died of some sudden sickness. From today's modern reflection on past folklore, these superstitions of fairies taking and replacing loved ones was more than likely just a way that the people from long ago tried to cope with or explain various illnesses or even mental health issues for which they lacked proper knowledge of. Children born with deformities or disabilities, adults who developed depression or suffered from any number of mental health issues that could not be diagnosed at the time, or anyone unfortunate to fall ill suddenly and pass away, all explained away with a simple, "Sure, they must have been replaced with a changeling." To further this myth, it was believed that those taken and brought to the fairy world were not harmed and were in fact treated like valued guests for the rest of their lives. Because, especially for parents, it seemed better to assume the child they suddenly lost from some unknown illness was really not their child, and that their real child was alive and well, being taken care of by the fairies in a magical, unseen world.